right, hello, all you not normals. Got a cool episode here for you with Walker and Ben. So we're gonna get into some 3 or 4 full clips that are gonna be just some reaction videos that are gonna be get the Walker's take on it, get my take on it, and see if there's anything we can extract from this. So, all right, here we go. Walker, you ready?
Listo.
All right, this one's Naval. He's got a great perspective on this. So here we go.
Smart people, capable people don't let themselves be pigeonholed into one definition. And that is a disease of credentialism because we created this university and now you got to go to university and you got to get a degree in something. Then people say, well, what is your expertise? What is your credential? That's a question dumb people ask. Smart people don't ask that. Smart people don't need to know your credentials. They just talk to you for 5 minutes and they figure out if you know what you're talking about or not. And a really good person, a so-called natural philosopher, can be good in any branch of anything. Nature has no boundaries. Nature has no concept of mathematics versus physics versus chemistry. It is all one thing. And, to anyone who's either meditated or done psychedelics or read enough books, they figured that out. It's all one thing. When you find one thing, it connects to the next thing, connects to the next thing, connects to the next thing. And true creativity jumps boundaries. It can go from anywhere to anywhere. It doesn't have to follow a path of interconnections in between. Smart people.
Okay, that was a fantastic clip. What's your reaction?
I've definitely noticed that deduction is a real thing. Like if you speak to somebody that makes things happen and gets things done, I think they can tell the kind of person they're dealing with pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's not they're not limited to by like what their specific degree was or if they even had one. I remember starting our first company and I studied product design, but within a couple of weeks I have to start figuring out how to manufacture things and sell things and market things and accounting and finance, and like there's no limit to what you need to do and what you need to learn. And it doesn't take 4 years to learn these things. It's like 3 hours and then like you're pretty much up to speed on the next topic. And
I
agree wholeheartly. Creativity knows no boundaries. And I think that's maybe the definition of creativity is you're jumping disciplines. Sometimes you're pulling disparate ideas together into one new thing, and that is creativity. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the next one. All right.
Oh, they're good to bring universal basic income to Oregon?
Oh, no, we don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that.
No.
Okay, why not?
We believe in free markets. We believe in getting paid what you deserve.
I have 10 years of explicit pizza experience, right? I can't make more than $2 or $3 over minimum wage, even with that experience, because nobody will actually pay what my labor is worth. So how does that fit into your...
To my belief?
Yeah.
Because I believe that if you have a skill that isn't so much in demand, the market's going to pay you in direct proportion with that. If you have a skill that's high in demand, let's say Elon Musk, right? SpaceX, Tesla, stuff that is actually highly in demand, stuff that brings a specific amount of value to the marketplace, then they're going to reward you off that.
Okay. How about my bachelor's in environmental science?
So degrees aren't really as useful as people would think. They're more an authority claim. So
okay. So then why should people go to college?
Well, I don't think they should.
You don't
who told you that?
I mean, the entire society told me to do that when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I went to school and I got a degree.
Like.
That was actually rough, man. But
unfortunately. The guy said they won't pay me what my labor is worth, but the reality is they're paying him exactly what his labor is worth because that's determining what's worth. What he's paid.
Yeah. It's really sad. Like he's in disbelief that he did what he was told to do, and it's not giving him the result that he thinks that he wants. And that's pretty rough. And he still can't comprehend the fact that like maybe he shouldn't have gone to school or shouldn't have got that particular degree, especially.
Yeah, and I'd even be willing to venture that he could even get a better job with an environmental science degree. He's just not proactive.
It's just kind of the mindset that he's got. He's just kind of waiting for it to come to him.
Yeah, like I doubt he's trying that hard.
Yeah. It's interesting that he's out there petitioning, working.
Yeah.
He's working to get to lobby for universal basic income in Portland. It's funny, it's from Portland. We came from there and
Yeah.
we understand the mentality there. It's strong. Okay. Yeah. It's rough, man, actually. I was gonna say, like, the other guy too is like, he chose like the most elite.
Yeah,
Come on, that's kind of like not realistic for most people.
that was not a good example.
The point is still valid, but like, dude, Elon Musk, like,
You
yeah.
can't choose the one-on-one.
No, there's.
This guy won't be Elon Musk no matter what skill he gets.
All right, let's look at another video. I like this one. This guy was actually sincere and wanted to know real answers. So let's listen to this one.
I just was curious about your stance on like college is a scam.
Yeah.
And I just was curious, why you say that.
Let me prove it to you. How many of you have to take classes that are a waste of time that you wish you shouldn't have to take? Well, there you go. I rest my case.
Yeah, no,
How many of you guys know at least 3 people that dropped out that went to this college previously and earlier? Okay. The national graduation rate is 41%. Most people that go to college do not graduate.
so what do you recommend like an 18-year-old dude or a girl to do after high school?
It all depends on what you want to do. That's the worst thing you can do is enter into a 4-year agreement where you have to borrow a bunch of money, try to find your way, go take a bunch of classes that have very little relevancy. And next thing you know, you end up with a college degree and you end up getting a job that doesn't require a college degree. Here's a fact. Half of people that graduate college end up getting a job that does not require a college degree 10 years after they graduate. That is the best argument I have.
I just was curious.
Okay. Actually,
It's a pretty
I don't love the way Charlie Kirk breaks that down, but this is a good video to talk about. What do you react to? What are you seeing?
I mean, it's a pretty strong case against college that majority of people graduating are ending up in a job that doesn't require a degree, even 10 years down, not even like fresh out. That's like a pretty solid case against going, but I'm sure they were going to continue and elaborate and have, a little bit of banter.
Yeah, like I think that yeah, my take on it is like the guy's asking the question because he's like, he doesn't have another idea for what he should do. And
Yeah.
the thing that you should do is take control of your destiny and decide what you want and then go pursue opportunities that will lead you in that direction, even if you don't know what they all are, how they all connect. Like this guy in the plaid shirt looks intelligent and strong and probably has some interests. Like he should just go pursue some of those things, and see where they lead.
Yeah.
Try them for 3 months, try them for a few and see where it goes. But yeah, it's true. Like 63% of high school graduates are starting college and less than half of those are finishing. And, less than half of them are finishing with degrees that are going to help them at all. So it's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a better way. There is a lot better way. Okay, let's see if we got one more. Let's see. Okay. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Degrees. I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. A little extra, right? I have a certificate. May not be a master's, but it's something extra along with the 2 degrees. I'm trying to apply for jobs right now, and the thing is that the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, "Hey, you want to answer some customer service problems? You want to answer some customer service calls?" No, Bart, I don't want to answer your calls. No offense, but I'm a little more qualified than to just to be sitting around answering your customer service calls, Bart, okay? I'm sorry, but but Bart is the only one who's responding to me. So what am I supposed to do? And I'm looking down at these and I'm looking at them and I'm kind of wondering. I'm like, what was this for again? Oh, I know. I want to explain.
All right. That was a great delivery. But yeah, what's your advice to her, Walker?
Head to the tech company and take the customer service calls for a little bit.
So that's kind of a unexpected piece of advice. Why do you say that?
Well, we were talking.
She's saying, right? So why
We were talking off recording about the book I was reading about the Barnes guy. His story is he was broke. He hitchhikes to, I think it's Edison or Carnegie or Rockefeller. I don't know. One of those time period moguls. Anyway, he's nothing. He goes there. He says, he walks into the office and he says, I'm going to be your business. I'm going to go into business with you. But he looks like a homeless person.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Rockefeller. Rockefeller admires the audacity, gives him like a little base level job. And then 4 years later, they were business partners. Because he saw opportunities inside the organization.
Okay.
And this is an opportunity for her to do something similar. It's also like her only opportunity. So
yeah. So like what could that look like after she goes to Bart and says she'll take the customer service job? Like what might happen for her if she's paying attention?
well, she could be creative. The other clip we watched talked about the intersection of fields and ideas, and she'll be inside the organization or around all the departments, and then I'm sure she'd be able to see some opportunity for herself in a higher position.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's, intelligent and book smart. So she just had some perspective like, okay, I'm going to go take this customer service job. I'm going to go meet everybody in the department and I'm going to meet everybody in the other departments. And I'm going to see where the problems are, what needs the organization has. And I'm going to see if I can solve some of those. Like within a month, she would have a different job for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, great advice, Walker. I like it. Let's see if we have another clip or not. This one's micro. It's actually pretty long. Let's not do that one. Let's leave it there for today. Micro is just talking about the fact that there's lots of open jobs. No one wants to take them. And, okay, let's watch it. We got time. There's a point I want to make that most people miss when he's talking about these blue collar jobs.
2011, the Transportation and Commerce Committee invited me to share my thoughts on how to close America's widening skills gap. So I came to this building to talk about a critical part of the solution most often overlooked by politicians and educators. That would be the pressing need for better PR. I talked specifically about the stigmas and stereotypes that dissuade millions of people from exploring thousands of genuine opportunities in the skilled trades and the urgent need to challenge those myths and misconceptions. I pointed out that President Obama's promise of 3 million shovel-ready jobs sounded great, but I worried that filling those jobs would be challenging, especially in a country where fewer and fewer people aspired to pick up the shovel. I concluded by telling the committee that millions of open positions will remain unfilled until society changes its opinion on the definition of a good job. And then I invited those present to join me in a larger effort to do that very thing. Back in 2011,
Okay. So Mike's great. He's been, advocating for people to pick up the shovel, get dirty, and get to work for a long time. Yeah. And he has a great story himself. But the point that I want to make about his comments, I think most people miss, is that if you go into those trades, let's just call it electrician, plumber, HVAC. When you're young, you can do those jobs and you have a strong body, you know, you can do that for 5 years, 10 years, maybe even longer. But what people forget is there's people who own those companies. And those companies make a lot of money. So if you're ambitious and you want to just, and you like building things, you want to start electrician company or HVAC company. You kind of do that, and you learn the proper way to do it, and you learn how to not just do the thing, but market the thing, sell a thing, operate the thing. Dude, within 5 years, 10 years, you have your own multi-million-dollar operation. I remember in college, there was one time I was mountain biking on a Wednesday afternoon, way up in the mountains. There was nobody around. It was me and a buddy, and we stopped for a second. This guy just comes ripping out down through the trees and like skids to a stop with a huge smile on his face. And like, hello. And the guy's like, after he stops for a second, I mean, he's just covered in sweat and dirt. And I noticed he's like 55, maybe. Like, what's going on here? And so we start talking, and it turns out he called himself an electrician. I'm like, what are you doing, you know, at 3 o'clock on a Wednesday? 10,000 feet up in the mountains on a mountain bike. And it turns out he owned a company. So that's the vision of becoming an electrician, in my opinion. It's not keep twisting wires your whole life. But I still remember that guy's face, man. He was just having so much fun. But he was also saying that lots of times he has to ride by himself because none of his buddies
can't get off of work.
Yeah, they can't get out of work. So, start a company, find some buddies who started companies. Then you go mountain biking together at 3 o'clock on a Wednesday at 10,000 feet.
Pretty good story.
That was motivating for me, actually. I don't think I've ever told anybody that, but that was a motivation for me to start my own company and start to figure out how to do that, because I could see that he started with a skill and he transitioned into an ownership role that allowed him. I think, if I remember, I think he said he had 65 electricians working for him.
That is a big operation.
I hadn't remembered that story until now. Any comments on Mike Rowe's video here in this topic?
The man has a good voice.
Oh, yeah, he does. Great delivery too. He's awesome.
Good timing.
Okay. Well, that's what I got for today. For all the not normals watching, we're gonna have some incentives coming up here for some swag. So pay attention, stay tuned, like the channel, subscribe, and Walker and I will be coming back here at least weekly, maybe more if Walker's up for it. And have some great stuff for how you can thrive in dynamic times, and you can create a life for yourself that you love, that you can look forward to, and you really navigate the changes that are happening with confidence and with capability and with clarity. So see you guys on the next video. Thanks, Walker.
Yeah.